What was the strategy, bro?
So the strategy is this. If Jalimadi have a concert, like he does this annual independent event every February 18. ST hold on to the event. Jizul, Attack, Hussein, Miss Jobis, all these artists, we all support the event. We put the event on our platform. We ask our fans to go and then buy ticket and support the event. All of us. And then the event is full. Tickets are sold out, with or without sponsors. Do you understand? But then if we are doing it that way, we will have sponsors anyway, because the event will go viral and every company want to associate with what is trending right now.
Yeah, man. Hello to all our beautiful followers and our wonderful subscribers. This is Lura Ultimate Bass in the building. Today I'm so honored and I'm so glad to have my colleague, one of the first founders of Gambian music, people that started all this thing in the Gambia. You know, I call him EBRIMA Big C in the building. EBRIMA, I welcome you to the Ultimate Podcast, bros.
Yo, I'm so honored to be on the Ultimate Media. This has been a dream come true for me. I've been looking forward to be on this platform, and finally it arrived. I can't wait to see what it holds. Let's stay on it and then unfold the journey. Everybody, it's your boy Big C, Be Yourself Music, straight on the Ultimate Media. Let's go.
To all the people that are watching us right now, if you don't know who is Big C, if you could remember back in the days in the 2015, 16, 17, there was a popular song, Bayal Bugalu Yomba. Bayal Bugalu Yomba. that was the biggest hit those days in the building. You know, I have Big C here. He is the singer of that song. He has been working so hard. Then he later traveled to the UK and pursue his journey there and working on his life. You know, Big C, I welcome you to the Ultimate Podcast. Damala by, you know, nga nuyu wante ak sa fancy, everybody that is watching right now. Nga wax guy, you know, fangala one, you know.
Hey, to my fans and to everyone who is watching and listening. Bad Bugalu Yomba was a song that has trended and is still making waves. And surprisingly, I don't know why, but yeah, people love it for some reason. I don't know if it's because it talks about how people should get up and do something, or is it because it's funny that I am the one saying it, because some people might think I'm not, you know, doing the same thing. But anyway, yeah. It's been a journey. It's been a long time. And since I've traveled to the UK, I've been coming consistently. And for some reason, I can't stay away from music. So I'm here with you guys. And let's just unfold the package and see what's there for you guys to learn.
EBRIMA Big C. If you say Big C, who is Big C, bros?
So Big C is EBRIMA, born EBRIMA Sey. And then I was born and bred in Bakau, and I later moved to Latrikunda, German, before I traveled. And I'm a Fulani. My parents are from Guinea, and my dad's from Guinea/Dakar, Senegal. But yeah, and I'm just a humble youth, like anyone else.
Yeah, Big C. When we talk about Big C, how did you relate it with your childhood days? What schools you went to, like in your childhood days, like? Can you tell us your schooling?
It wasn't very exciting. Well, I was born in Bakau, so I started in Bakau with my nursery, and then we later moved to Latrikunda, where I did my primary school, Latrikunda German Dansobot, and then I finished in Banjul, Gambia High School. Yeah,
Gambia High School. Big C, let's talk about your duration in Gambia High School. That was the days, like if I could remember, like the Lights of Singate, you there with Singate, you know, Magnificent Joe and stuff. How did you spend your time with those people, you know, being in the school, you know, doing music together?
I mean, it was exciting for me because I was looking up to them. They were, you know, they're older than me.
Yeah.
They seniored me. But, you know, watching them and then do their thing, something that I really, really loved and I am passionate about, was really, really good. I saw it as an opportunity. I used to go to the beach and near JC5 in Banjul by the cemetery.
Yeah.
And I used to go there, like, and, you know, for example, go there with Singate, and he had this little tape with a cassette. He's always playing it and then, you know, working on trying to either write songs or work on his lyrics. But it was just a journey. It was just an experience that I think it was amazing, watching that unfold in front of me.
Yeah. So how was it like with them in the school? Like, if you could remember, like Singate, had one of the biggest songs those days. That is the reconciliation song.
Yeah.
It all started by then for you. So how did you relate it to that kind of journey with them those days? Like, were you part of the music clan with them, or you were just going to school by then?
Not really. I was going to school. We shared the same school. He seniored me, but then because of my love and passion for music, it made me didn't want to miss any bit of it. Do you understand? So even though there were other musicians and there were other artists who were also older than Singate and then being in the music industry in the Gambia, but the Gambian reconciliation, I was in the middle of it and watching every bit of it, so I was kind of connected. I felt like I was so connected to it because I saw everything what was happening. I was at the event as well, so that I was picturing myself being one of these artists, performing one day, having the opportunity to record songs and then my songs being played and then perform on stage. That's how I was just sitting there picturing it, being like a fan, like a young fan who is looking at this like, oh yeah, this could be me someday. It was like a dream for me, so it was exciting.
When did you start recording? Actually, which year did you start recording?
I can't remember exactly which year, but I remember like just before Baal Bukali Yomba, we started as a group, me and two other guys. Before that, I was just doing it by myself and then trying to just have a solo career. But I didn't even know what a solo career mean at this point, because of the first time I thought about music, where I was still going to school then, and then I met Dr. P. He's like a brother. We grew up together. We were all from Bakau and then from the same compound. My parents and his parents are like family, and then we grew up together. And then he loved music, I love music. So when we moved to Fajara South, we decided that we wanted to record a song, and then we met some other guy. He was from Senegal, so we went to the late MJ in Kanifing, and he did this song for us, and it was called Haters, because at the time we felt like we were so hyped up. We felt like we were the coolest kid on the block. Everybody was like eyeing on us. How arrogant we used to just roll at the time, teenagers. But then if anybody else who is not part of our clan, we see you as like, oh, they're hating on us, and then we just create this narrative. We believed in it. It was so amazing. So that inspired the song really. And then
you started like that. So how did you relate it with the family by then? Because like I've learned that your parents were not that much supportive on the music that you were doing then. How was it like? Like if I could revive a little bit, there was a popular song that you did with your crew. With your crew, like you were on TV with the Scorpion song. How did it relate with your family?
I mean, by the time I started, appearing on TV, I think there were already rumors that I was doing music, but my dad never had any. No, he never had any clue. He had no evidence. He have no, he've never seen me done anything musical. So it's either he believed in it, but he was just waiting for me to like kind of confirm it or not. But then when I started appearing on TV, at this time I didn't even have the conversation with my dad or my mom. So the first time they saw me doing music, it was on TV. Like I was always hiding it because I was so scared of my dad. Like what would he say? Because he's an imam at the time and still an imam. People respected him so much. So he lead the prayers. He's like a role model, basically. So I'm here doing music, and at this time they deemed music as something that is not really good, especially for a youth man who is growing up, like a young, so they see you as like you're wasting your time, because they didn't think music is anything that will benefit anybody, especially in Africa. Do you understand? So as for me, it was like a passion. I wasn't seeing the money. This was something that is like my escape, like I said to you. And because my childhood was really stressful, we didn't have anything. Like my family was like, I think the poorest family in the Gambia. Do you understand? So music was my escape. And my parents didn't see it like that. They didn't care. They just want me to go to school so I can be somebody and then help myself and help them as well. So it was a difficult time.
Yeah. Now, Big C, let's talk about the coming of GSC music, GSC, the clan. Personally, like I knew you from the GSC clan. You know, by then you guys were at like Bakau Newtown. It was a lovely place with you people, like of cool family that I used to come to like have my rehearsals times and go to the beach with you guys. How did that group came about?
GSC started between me, Dr. P and Malang Fatih. So Malang has always been the one who was so engineer minded, He loved production. He loves like the computer, the tech. Do you understand? He was this.
Being the tech guy.
Yeah, he was really smart. At the time we didn't understand any of that stuff. All we wanted to do is write songs and then record and then perform. But he was more like the tech guy. So we will go to. If we have performances or bookings or someone is having an event and we want to go perform, he will be the one like saying, I'll be the DJ and DJ you lot. So he will come with us. And it was like a proper crew. We were very close, all of us. So we lived together, like literally. We all have our family homes, but then we live together as like three brothers. But then we have people like, we have other brothers who will come in and then spend the weekend or work with us musically. We will share the same platform and do stuff. But so that's how GSC came about. It was.
Now, I learned that you were there with Monday Mori too. Monday Mori came in the earlier age or later?
Later on. Monday Mori came later on, and then I remember Jalix, his brother, spoke to me and said to me, "That's my younger brother. He's also into music, so I want you guys to support him and stuff." This was like the initial stage, and then at this point, I think he's only recorded one song first, and then he came back. I think all his other songs, initially we did it together. I remember one of, if it's not his first or his second song, I co-wrote that song, and then I had a verse in it. We did like a collaboration, me and him. This was his initial starting becoming an artist.
Before rebranding.
Before anything, he was called Fidaus. We call him Fidaus. So he comes, and he was like he was very respectful. He will come and do everything with us, and then we share everything. And then if we have an event or we're going to perform, we'll take him with us. He'll come with us. And at some point, we were all like this one clan, one crew. You understand? So
it was really lovely there.
Absolutely,
it was like a brotherhood.
Absolutely.
Big C, let's talk about your connection with MJ. If I could remember, you had a good connection with MJ, the late MJ. May his soul rest in peace. And the people that are watching right now, if they could recall, MJ was one of the greatest things in the Gambian music industry. What can you tell us about MJ? Like for us to recall on MJ,
That guy. MJ was a blessing to Gambia and to Gambian musicians, Gambian music industry. He was trying to build something that we have today. He started all this lineup and then creating a beat and giving opportunity to all these artists who can't afford to record. I remember our first song, we didn't have money, we didn't have anything. We went there and then spoke to him. He just like, let me put you guys on. He created the beat, gave it to us, and then recorded the song for us. And then we recorded the song on a Wednesday or Thursday. That first weekend, they had a free show in Canifing Estate. The guy invited and said, like, come, this could be your first performance. And I can still remember the reception and then how I felt. It was the first time I went on stage. He gave us mic and then put us on stage. We performed, me, Dr. P, and the other guy from Senegal. I can't remember that. So what he's done to me, he's done for a lot of other artists. You understand? People will go to him and wouldn't have the money. But he would see talent, and he would see a promising young artist, and he will like give you the platform. He will create the beats and mix and master for you, and he will do the same thing for his own crew. Do you understand? The guy was just so open, and then he have a big heart. He want everyone to win. You can never hear MJ having issues with anybody else unless someone else is trying to be a problematic or accuse him or try to, you know, you understand? But him alone, you guys will never fight. But he is for me is how good he was to everyone else. You know? Yeah,
MJ, may his soul rest in peace, you know, the four founders of Gambian music. He did a lot, you know, the Smiling Coast rhythm, you know, the Timpoli rhythm. There were so many rhythms that were produced, the Independent, you know, he was part of it too. Independent, I don't know. He was part of the Independent rhythm too. So shout outs to the family and to the mother, if they are still, you know, alive. We are saying, you know, may his soul rest in peace. Our prayers are still with him. Like Big C, later on, like we could see that, like you later on switched and went to SYBOY. And you had one of the best relationship with SYBOY. Hansen. You know, I could remember anywhere you were, like there was Hansen. You had one of the, you know, cool relationship with Hansen. Can we talk about between Hansen and Big C, the relationship? SYBOY Entertainment.
Hansen was is like a brother to me. He was, and yet still. Do you understand? I can sit for like months without talking to Hansen, and when we talk, it would be like we've never stopped talking. That's the kind of relationship we had. And the studio was in YMCA, but he lived far away from the studio. It was a bit distant, you understand? So because of that, sometimes he will even come and spend the night at my house, you know. So he will come and share my bedroom, and then we will stay there, and in the morning my mom will make us chura or make us, you know, breakfast. And only because the distance from mine and to the studio is closer from where he have to travel to go home. So we had that relationship that was beyond just music, and we will talk about anything. He will trust me to open up and then tell me stuff, and then, you know, vice versa. So he knows me, he knows my family, he knows my mom, and my mom knows him, and we had that relationship. I know him, I know his sisters, I know Jose, you know, like it was beyond music, like I said to you. And he's another MJ, you know. He have a big heart, and he helped a lot of artists. A lot of artists are known today because of him. Do you understand? Because he creates all these beats, like I said to you, free production.
I could remember the lights of Buddy Bunka started their career.
Thank you, Broke, you know, Melcy, Viper, you know,
Lena.
So, you know, many Lillian, you know, he will create these beats and then put people on lineups, you know. The All Star Rhythm. So
there were many rhythms that were produced by him too.
Of course. So
later on, like you produced one of your biggest hit with him, that is the Baye Bugalu Yomba. How did it came about?
So it was part of a rhythm. A lot of people didn't know that. But that the track overshadowed all the other tracks. So we have.
I thought like your song and Heartbreaker song was one of the biggest songs on that.
On that rhythm. And Stalwart did a song on it. And then Heartbreaker did a song on it. I think Buddy Bunka did a song on it. A whole lot of other artists. I think. But at the time, we were like the hot artists. If I can remember, like we were the one. Like, do you understand? Like we had the biggest songs in the Gambia. So you tune on every radio. If you didn't hear my song on 1 or 2, you will hear it on the 3rd or 4th. So it was pretty much like a game-changing era for us. You know.
Ibrahim, now I'm gonna ask this question to you. I'm gonna put this question on you. Like before you travel to UK. You know, looking at the Gambian music now and those days, what can you say? What is the difference? You know, like, you know, when you travel, a lot of things happen behind you. And a lot of things are happening. You know, behind you. Though you are part of the industry online, you follow up, you see everything that is happening. But in the ground here, there are a lot of changes that have happened, which is, you know, by then, like, if I could remember, by then, Gambian artists, like, they were all together, like, they were one family. Like, anywhere you meet artists, they were vibing. You know, artists do visit each other. They, you know, do collaborations. They were so open to each other. It was just the love. You know, compared to now, like, how can you what can you say about the Gambian music industry now compared to those days of your doing music here in the Gambia before traveling?
I mean, you have to take into consideration there has been, like you mentioned, a lot of changes, but also the factors, the reasons. Do you understand? And the way survival was then was a lot easier. You understand?
Easier in which sense?
In a sense of like you can be walking on the street or go visit a friend, and when it's lunchtime, everyone else will, they will call everyone outside and say, get all the boys to come in, and then they can all share the lunch. And sometimes if it's not enough, you see that parents or that family will take some from the dinner and then give it to everyone. Like people were more charitable. Do you understand? People used to giving. People used to share everything, and because the country wasn't as hard right now, you understand? So I think that played a huge role. And now everyone is greedy, not because they want to be a bad person, just because there's not much to survive from. So everyone is holding on to the little things they have. That played a role, and it reflects on all parts of whatever we do. You understand? The music scene, the football area. So yeah, for the music industry, what I am seeing is artists are scared. Everyone is scared. Everyone is scared to share with the other artists because of they don't know how sharing can be so powerful, and then it can be more beneficial than even holding on to your own cut. Sometimes sharing with others your little cut can give you more because it will open doors and create more revenues. But artists now, they don't understand this. It's deeper than I'm trying to explain to you. You understand?
Yeah, I can feel you.
Yeah, it's like open your arm and reach out to more people, build bridges, create more avenues, and then you will make more revenues. You understand?
Yeah.
But what the artists are doing now is because of they're scared, they're burning all bridges. Everyone thinks like I can be on my own, and then that way I will not sink. Let me just be on this boat. I don't want to let people in.
I got and let it be only me.
If I let that person in and that person in, my boat will sink because it will be heavy and I will sink and I will die in this river. You understand? So what they don't know is like letting these people come with their little boats as well. So you have more boats on a boat. There's less chances of this boat sinking because they have more pillars now. Do you understand? So this and I think there should be some communication. People need to talk. People need to be brave enough to say, for example, I need to be able to look at ST and say, bro, listen, this is what I am doing and what's your input? And he can be like, bro, when I was in your position and I was doing this is how I did it and it was successful. So I can learn it one thing or two. I can take a leaf from his book, and that way another person watching me from a distance can see that the collaboration or the bridge that I've built has gained me 2 or 3 things. You understand? And we learn from each other. For example, I was talking about how all Gambian artists can win within 12 months.
Yeah.
And when I said that, people were looking at me like I'm crazy. But I mean it. There's a strategy, that I was trying to implement, that I was trying to talk to people about. We do this strategy 12 months. Another 12 months, bro. Every Gambian artist, pretty much every Gambian artist would be like a millionaire at least. And you'll be surprised.
What was the strategy, bro?
So the strategy is this. If Jalimadi have a concert, like he does this annual independent event every February 18. ST hold on to the event. Jizul, Attack, Hussein, Miss Jobis, all these artists, we all support the event. We put the event on our platform. We ask our fans to go and then buy ticket and support the event. All of us. And then the event is full. Tickets are sold out, with or without sponsors. Do you understand? But then if we are doing it that way, we will have sponsors anyway, because the event will go viral and every company want to associate with what is trending right now. Do you understand? Jalimadi will have endorsement deals. Jalimadi's event will go viral. Jalimadi's event will be successful. He will make money. He will back at least 3 point something or $4 million. Jalimadi is all right. His event successful. He's done. So March 3rd, ST is launching his event. Jalimadi himself, Hussein Dada, Attack, Jizul, all of us, we support the event full force. We sell the event before even this event is there. By end of February, all the tickets are sold. All the events it's a successful event already. He will have his endorsement deals. He will have his sponsors, and then this event will be sold out. And then he will sell all his tickets, and he'll have at least $4 million sitting in his back. Do you understand? So, Attack's event, Jizzle event, we follow that suit. Bro, for that 1 year, every artist has a sold out event.
Yeah, don't you know that is the problem that is affecting everybody right now in the industry. Like, it's like the survival of the fittest and the survival of bigger than you. That is what is happening right now.
Thank you.
It's like the reason why I even put on the question on you is like, you could remember those days, like, normally even if you don't have a concert, if you hear a concert, a show that is happening around Brikama, you do go and support the show.
Of course.
You drive all the way to Brikama to support the artist. Normally, when you have a show back to Bakau or Newtown, the same artist will come from
all the
Brikama
way
to come and support. And that was the same process. The process you are talking about right now, that was the same process they were using to sell out tickets for the open mic.
Exactly.
Because all these artists were put together as one platform and promote the show to sell out the stadium and sell out concerts. But later on when the Gambian music developed to the extent, then everybody started building fan bases. That is where the problem started having.
That's where the arrogance started.
It started having, when money started earning, people started getting the money inside their bank accounts. Now they feel like, I want all this for myself. And which is really disturbing the upcoming artists right now. Because if you could see in the Gambia right now, we have more than thousands of good upcoming artists, but none of them can penetrate the top 10. Still,
there's a big gap, like you said. And because of that, the reason for the big gap is exactly what I'm telling you. So now the people that are on the top, they are protecting themselves. Do you understand? So the youngsters are trying to break that wall to say, like, I want to be in there with you.
It's gonna be a problem.
But the one up there, he's gonna protect themselves, because the reason why is because the hate has been already created. It's already has been rooted to within us. It's now, I cannot trust you. The issue now is trust. The one on the top doesn't trust the one coming up, because he doesn't know what the coming up artist is coming up with. What's the intention? Are you coming to endorse me, to support me while we all win, or are you coming to really take me out so you can be here by yourself? So this is why I said earlier, there's some communication that need to take place at some point. We need to be able to talk. Do you understand? And we need to do it genuinely, and we need to do it like sincerely. You understand? There's a huge difference, like, back to your question, from then and now, and this is the problem. And this problem is not going away anytime soon by the looks of it, unless we have that dialogue. And that dialogue has to happen
and it came to an extent whereby the lack of dialogue and the lack of communication between them, the top ones right now. If you could see, like, even the venues that they are using, or the main venue that they are using right now, I don't even want to call it on the podcast to give them a promo. But if you could see, like, the venue is been increased to 250K.
Of course.
But knowingly, like, they are not that much united. They can put up the price to any level. But hadn't been, they were having this, communication. Like, it's impossible for a venue to give out a venue, just a venue, without no sound system, without no selling food and selling nothing, giving out empty venue for 250K, which is really gonna disturb the upcoming artists, bro.
You know,
imagine an upcoming artist that is not been budgeted. You don't have enough money to put up a show. Then it's like you cannot launch your album.
You know, that is part of the obstacles we are facing as a result of not being together. You understand?
Yeah, that's one
because we cannot even control how the price should be on for us. If we all unite and say like, we are not accepting that price for this venue. All artists say, if you're not putting this price down, we're not staging our show in your venue. We're gonna go somewhere else. Do you understand? It's gonna force those people to put their price down so everybody else can work together. But because we are not the same, because if I don't pay for the price, you will go and pay for the price. And because there's still someone paying for that price, that price is gonna keep increasing, or it will keep increasing. Because of the owner of the venue will be like, you're not paying, that's fine, but ultimate, Lura is paying, ST is paying, the other person is paying, so you're left alone. You understand? So this is the issue, and it's not just about the venue. It's about the sound system. It's about the stage. It's about promoting. Because right now, staging a show, artists are doing it, but I'm gonna be honest with you, they're not making money out of it.
That's what I'm saying, man.
People now are organizing events for arrogance and ego. Oh yeah, that person's done this show at this venue. I'm gonna do the same
thing. You know, that's the conversation here. Like I had with people here. Like I was like, yo, do you know that these people, they are putting up these shows, but I don't think they are even pulling out, profit from this.
Bro,
because
I'm telling
you calculate the expenditure they are putting up on a show is really hell crazy, bro.
And the crazy,
excluding even the production, the money they put on their production, on the video clips, on the songs. Everything that that covers their journey to that concert. It takes a lot of money for you to promote a concert.
You are even going far. Like, I'm not talking about including productions, bro. Because if you include production, these people are nowhere near even making the money that they're putting in. I'm talking about just the investing on the concert themselves. If you think about the venue alone, the price of the venue, and you think about the stage, the sound system, you're talking about $500,000,
You see.
So let us be honest. Even if you're selling the tickets $600, you need 1,000 tickets to sell to have 600,000.
You
understand? So how many artists in the Gambia will sell 2,000 tickets right now? Barely. ST will do that. You understand? But even him now, he have to really organize himself to make that happen with a good plan. You understand what I'm saying? So that means these other artists, what you see on social media, what they pretend to be, it's not there. This is the honest truth. People don't want to talk about it. This is the truth, bro. I'm telling you now. These artists, after their events, they sit there paying debts because of even organizing the event. They go to you and they take money from you. They go to her, they take money from that person. They go to this company, they take, and on top of that, the artists begging like a charity child. They go to all these companies like begging these people, please buy our tickets, please endorse us, please sponsor us. As an artist, I mean, how can you be able to survive like that? What if these people that you're begging are not giving you money? So what? Are you gonna stop doing music? We need to establish ourselves to a point where we don't need to beg. People have to. You see, sponsorship is charity. As hard as it is, it's charity. What I respect is collaboration. You go to a company and say, yo, I'm staging this show. It's the most talked about event right now. I want us to collaborate. You buy a promo package with us. You pay for A, B, and C. We do all this promo for you on our event. You give them service. They pay you money. This is how art. Then I can, if you do that as an artist, I can see you on the street, boasting, talking, and then walking with your head high, and I will give you respect. But as an artist who I know, you go to every company and beg like charity, and then you're out there acting like you're big. I look at you like you look like a fool to me.
It's not even hiding right now because like recently we've came across with companies like NGOs that are giving out loans to artists, they've been giving out loans to many artists.
Yeah, with percentage.
Percentage, you understand. It's like, end of the day, those non-profitable companies are expected to make 3/4 of your money, because end of the day, if they give half of your investment, it's like they are expecting half of that to be given to them.
Of course,
your concert.
of course.
So it's like you just working for those people with everything that you put in on that show. It's like you are trying to give out that money, or still artists are going on depths with those people.
This is what I'm saying.
Which is really, really disturbing. Normally looking at the business side of it, it's really, really discouraging. They don't even want to talk about it. Most of them don't even talk about it, but it's really bothering. Me personally, I'm really bothered with the venue and the price of the venue, the price of the sound systems, the price of the staging. For the promoters, I can still understand, because those people, they are hustling. But imagine like a normal empty place. We have a lot of places here to stage a show. We have the Manjai Park, we have the Serakunda East. We have normally a lot of places like that. We even have the center stage there. That's Jakarlo. Still, it's a bigger place.
Yeah.
How can you give out a place for 250K? Just for a venue. Even you cannot sell your drinks. You cannot sell nothing there.
Yeah.
You imagine those people to still make it.
Yeah.
Like a normal Gambian youth.
Yeah.
We struggling from scratch, bro. It's a concern. People need to talk about that.
But like I said, I'm gonna go back to what I said to you earlier. This is all happening because we are not united as artists.
That's the deal, man.
There's no industry in this country. Yeah. We call our music industry. I keep hearing it from people. Oh, our music. We don't have a music industry. Bro, we only have hustlers and people who are hustling us. Even the companies are using us to hustle right now. Man. That is what's happening. Like you said, you've mentioned people giving artists loan and then putting percentage on top of it. That is not like a made-up story. It's not fabrication. It's the reality. Is the truth. Artists, how can an artist fill up a venue like that, and then within a few months later, they're wanting to work with other people to invest for them to be able to do another event.
Yeah.
If not, they can't afford it.
Yeah.
If these artists here don't borrow money, like I said to you, or get other people to pay for stuff, they can't stage a show.
That's the thing, man.
You understand? So if I am an artist living in the Gambia and that's how I am surviving, I need to take 2 steps back and ask myself this question: why am I doing this?
Yeah.
I might as well go and look for another thing to do, like another job.
Yeah,
because that is...
Yeah, Big C, like we can talk about that, for the whole night,
Yeah.
We are not going to finish that part. Let's step up a little bit, Big C, on your career. Yeah, we're going to talk about that often, but let's talk about a little bit on your career. We later noticed that you've traveled to the UK. Many fans, learn about it. Even me personally, I just saw you in the UK. How was your trip to the UK like? How did it came about?
To be honest, things were really hard. Like I said to you, I'm going to take you back when I mentioned my family. We were not privileged. We didn't have much. You understand? Things were really hard. And I'm like the eldest. I have siblings, and I could see my mom and my dad. We are struggling, All I wanted was to leave this country and then, pursue a greener pasture to try and help myself and my family. And that was the motivation behind my travel. Do you understand? I love music. I wanted to be just a musician and then performing on the big stage, being the Michael Jackson of Africa. But the hard reality was that I couldn't afford anything. I couldn't afford a proper meal, like a nice meal in a restaurant. I couldn't afford it. So so I needed to leave this place. Even though I was making my change, Haruna Drama used to take me to Alliance Franco to record jingles for Comium and record jingles for these people. And also I used to have deals to go Basse, take some artists. I took MLC and Landing Mori, and you remember that time. I used to go to Basse.
Yeah, and you were a very good promoter in the sense that you working on the music, still an artist, but still, a good organizer.
Exactly.
Program organizer.
You see, like, and then my Fula was fluent. Yeah. So it's still fluent, to be honest. So and Basse, they have that Fulani base, like strong. So official used to be like, give me money and then give me a few people. We go with the pickup and then I'll go and do a tour and Basse Bansang, and we will do a tour. And because the money was coming. It was not consistent. And that money will come, we will eat it like within 2-3 weeks, the money is gone. And because my mom and my dad, we were struggling, that money was nothing. Do you understand?
Enough, yeah.
So I needed something bigger, and I've always dreamed big. I wanted to be really successful in life. You understand? We didn't have a TV to watch at night. You understand? We had no electricity. I used to go to my neighbors to sit down and watch TV. And often when we go there, they will chuck us out. They will kick us out. Leave, like it's late. We want to sleep. You understand? And I had that opportunity, but what about my younger brothers and sisters? What about my family? I wanted them to have a TV. I wanted them to be able to let other kids come and watch TV in our house, you know? So all these things are the reason why I wanted to leave and then go and, get myself sorted. So music started becoming a secondary to me. And this is why all these people that what they're doing, like the STs and stuff, they can't do it more than me. They can do it better. And I can tell you, at the back of the days when I was giving music a little bit more concentration, I was up there, my songs were banging, bro. And All Star Rhythm, I came out like one of the best songs, Bad Bugalo Yomba, the rhythm, my song this is not me bragging, that is just fact. Do you understand?
Yeah, you were going good,
Yeah, but then my situation, I had to sit down and I had to make a choice. And then the choice was I wanted to be somebody to support my parents, and at that time music was in the journey, not in the Gambia. So I was putting all my energy to just leave the country. I tried Switzerland first, so I went there for less than 30 days. I had to come back. And it was crazy, and everybody around my neighborhoods was like, "Oh yeah, the fact that you deport like, It was funny, but that wasn't the case. But I don't explain myself often to people.
Yeah, they don't even need to.
Yeah, I like to just let people say the things what they want to say. It's fine by me, because I'm at a level where I am in control of how even I want to feel, and that's scary to other people. But I'm so happy where I am. You understand? Because I've learned a lot along the way. So I came back, and then the second I was gonna go Norway, because I had a Norwegian girlfriend at the time. We were so good, but then because of my mindset with my family, no matter how things are, my mom and dad were still my family and my parents. I couldn't leave them and then be with somebody who wanted me to have a different mindset other than putting my family first. So that didn't work. Do you understand? So I had to stay, and then the UK opportunity came, which didn't involve me having to put my family into question or to choose. Then I left. So then when I went to UK first, music was crazy. It was hard for me because I couldn't afford to do anything, and music outside and music in Gambia is cheaper, even though it's expensive to us, but it's way cheaper than doing songs here than doing songs outside.
I would like to talk about that later in the conversation.
So that's how I got to the UK, and then just try to focus on how to make things better for me and my family.
Later on we realized that like you've rebranded your name from Big C to EBRIMA. Then you've changed also your style from the dancehall, the reggae style that you were doing to the Fulani type of music. How did that came about?
So like I said, I'm a very good observant, while I was there, we sit here in the Gambia and we watch European TV programs, and then we want to be like them, and because we think they are so successful. So when I went there, the first thing I tried to do when it comes to music is understand how does their music work. And then I understood something. The first thing I picked up on was there will never be another Chris Brown, there will never be another 50 Cent, there will never be another Rihanna or Jay-Z. So we are here in Africa, we're trying to be these people, we're trying to be Vibes Cartel, we're trying to be. So what I realized is everybody have to be unique. The only way you can break through in their music, you have to be different. You have to bring something that is not in the market. And then to do that, I'm a Fulani. I'm a Fula. You understand? I speak fluent Fula. Why can't I sing my language? And there's no Tuba person or white person or an American who sings Fula like I do. I'm the best Fula artist who sings like I do. So I started to bring that. So when I brought that out there, they were so excited. I started attending, having like a carnival sort of thing, Tesco's Got Talent. The Senegambian community was not so much into this. This is why it wasn't viral in the Gambia, but in the UK it was something, because it was penetrating into like the UK sort of pre-market. You know, like commercial people, retailers were watching me perform, and I was winning stuff. They giving me money, they giving me a certificate. You know, I was winning trophies because I'm just singing in Fulani. You know, so it worked for me. If I had the chance to, if I could afford to just do music and not focus on work and trying to send my family money, I would have been a big thing in UK by now, like way bigger than where I am right now. I could have been a Burna Boy, or could have been a Wizkid or whatever. But because while I'm trying to do music, I'm also trying to work so hard to make sure back home, because I know what I left. So that really delayed my music, and this is why I've never been in music 100% like all these other artists. Do you understand? But I'm a quick learner, and I observe what's happening. I do research. I love reading. You know, this is why I did a lot of self-taught as well. And
I could see that on
it changed my life.
But before you leave here, you're gonna tell me the secret, man.
It's not much to tell, to be honest.
Ibrahim, like we've seen, like you've released how many songs before you took on a break? You've released like 4 to 5 songs.
I did an album actually.
Album?
Nenang, it's on Spotify. It's on iTunes. It's on, you know, just go on it and type EBRIMA Spotify, and it's the album's there.
Mashallah. So Ibrahim, like now, what is your next step in your music career? Like?
So I am in a much better place than I used to be. And because of that, I am able to give music a little bit more concentration now. So I'm working on a project which is like 7 tracks, but I don't want to release anything yet until I shoot, like I got like at least 6 videos shot, or 5 at least. And then I will do like a little promo plan, and I will do like a concert. It wouldn't be like a bigger venue because I've not been in the industry for a long time. And right now, the reality is I'm not the artist that I used to be in the Gambia. So there's a lot of things, a lot of changes, and I haven't lived here for a while. So I need to almost reintroduce myself, you understand, reconnect with the people. So I will have a smaller venue somewhere, and then I'll do a concert, and I will drop an album, and I promise everyone that quality is what I go for. Everyone will love this project because it's something different. It's something different, and
I can
trust me.
I can smell that.
Trust me.
Smell that. Ibrahim, like, let's talk about the biggest thing that you hosting in the UK soil for the Gambians and the Gambians.
Gamfest.
Every year I can see that when they take the Gambian artists there after their cultural, you know. So you normally organize the festival. What is the name of the festival?
Gamfest.
Talk to us about that.
So Gamfest is a platform where I try to introduce what Gambians are about. Talent, music, you know, and showcasing fashion, you know. That is the depth of it. You understand? I want Gambia in Manchester, Gambia in England, you know. When I say Gambia, I mean who we are as Gambians and what we are, what we represent. So
and the music, which is part of it.
So I try to stage this event where I invite every Gambian living in outside, like I try to invite every Gambian living outside, especially in the UK, to come and attend the event, whether you're an upcoming artist or you're a bigger artist, you understand? And especially I try to work with Njok, Yaram Arts. So he does the London Cultural Week. So the Manchester one, I do it. And then we're trying to expand it bigger and bigger and bigger. So we now expanding, we're targeting Leeds, we're targeting Scotland, we're targeting Liverpool and Bolton. So the idea is to be able to, so I applied for a license to be able to do this. I've got the license. So I've never tested it or used it yet myself. So the last year I wanted to do it. I wanted to like kind of bring ST myself and then do all this stuff. But when I approached him, we spoke. He said, Joke has already approached him. So with all due respect, and then because of that, I had to like kind of say to Joke, okay, you've already done the approach and you're bringing him. I want us to work together. So when they're here, you do the London, I want to do Manchester.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, Attack was also coming. So we did, like I did Attack, ST, and then the Gambian artists who are there, like Gambino, Altum Ace, Sophia, and Nazim. Musa Fili was already coming as well. When I saw it, I got in touch. I wanted him to come as well. He came. So it was a full house of Gambian musicians, and it was good.
This is your second year?
This is the third year.
The third year.
This is the third year.
The first year was like, which artists involved?
The first year, it was myself and I think Altum Ace and
Akuboy was there?
Gambino was not on that one. I did reach out, but I think he traveled.
Yeah,
but
the second one was UST.
I can't remember off my head.
Yeah,
but it was
the second one too. ST was on.
Yeah. ST was on it.
Like, the pictures are still on IG, you know.
Yeah.
The pictures you took with Malang. ST, you know, the recent one, Malang was not shown there. Like, I could not see Malang on it
because he was in Gambia. I think. Yeah. So every year I try to expand it. I try to rotate the artists. So the idea is now I came here to try and do the registration and then be more firm about it. I want to be able to take more artists, to take artists from Gambia here, fly them abroad, do this. I think there's a lot we can benefit from that.
Yeah, man. It's a good initiative. Like me personally, following on the activities, I can see it's gonna be a huge thing. Like,
thank you.
You've been an artist and you've been like in the business too, like knowing how to interact with the artists. It's gonna be more easier.
Yeah.
And like interacting with the Gambian community there, like most of the community there, they accepted your music already.
Absolutely.
You've been going viral, trending there, like already. Like it's gonna be easy for you to put the show up for the Gambian artists there. So I'm trying to tell you that to keep it up.
Thank you.
Congratulations to all the achievements too. Like it's a good look though, seeing you doing your stuff, without no help or no like a bigger thing. You personally doing your stuff, trying to make it happen. The last one was kind of more lovely. Like I could see Aji's Corner, I could see DJ Kanu, you, Akuboy. There were a lot of you guys. There was a semi-open mic there in Manchester.
So DJ Kanu is part of the team. And then I'm trying to convince Sex as well to come on board. I've already had the initial meeting with him. And I've got some beautiful, amazing ladies as well, like Lena and Amikole. And Lena has been there forever. Like I organize independent in the UK as well, independent events. So I've been doing this with Lena for years now, and it always has been successful. So because when I did my album launching in the UK, all these people were on board. They supported me, and I have a beautiful family there. Some of these people are business ladies, businessmen, and then they will come on board, like the likes of Ami Jaju, Dream Party Decor. She owns Dream Party Decor. She's so supportive, and then in the past she's been there, like really doing stuff, spending her own money, and then even decorating the whole event for me for free. Do you understand? I really, really appreciate her, and everyone that contributed. And I just want to say, if we collaborate, there's bigger chances that a lot of other people will benefit from this.
Benefit from it.
So that's the concept, so when I think about these events that we do, I don't think about me as an artist or the individual. It's not the immediate people who are just for the forefront, because you're giving a job opportunity to the promoter, to the presenter, because all these other people, maybe that's how they survive. So if we can't organize this event, how would they live? So everyone is running out there looking for alternative opportunities or alternative way to earn money. When they are passionate about doing music, why don't you organize event and then invite them?
Mashallah. Big C, thank you so much. I really appreciate. We are getting closer to the end of the podcast. I'm saying this is a big content for us, and the content is going to be seen to a lot of people, and people are gonna catch up and they're gonna learn. Like I want to tell everybody that is watching this podcast, he's a son of Gambia, a really Gambian. I'm so proud of him. Like, he's been there representing the Gambian flag, the red, white, blue, white, green. He's been supportive. So many Gambian artists back here. Like Big C is one of those people who's that kind-hearted person. It's like he loves to share. Like dafa buga domi adama, dafa buga nit. He's so lovely. Like, I used to spend days with him. Like, he's so been motivating to me. Like,
you're too nice.
Those days, like, suma neke ak yo ñu ngi dem beach boy ra dang ko make, boy dama la gom yo stanga. Those words, like, loolu daf dee nekk di ring suma mind bi. Xam nga fa nga ni? Comme ma la wax time nga xamante ni yaa ngi fàttali ko sama trou la.
I remember that.
Boy, ana phone boobu.
I have no idea. Maybe in a bin somewhere.
Boy, phone boobu.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I could remember the phone, like it had a volume, man.
Yeah.
We used to put the beats on that phone, like,
and then
we used
play.
to go at the beach side, like, we'd be like shouting, young majo kosi boy ra did it, danga you honey, danga.
I was dama over na dangam boy. Oh God.
Like Big C have been that coaching me, like, then they coach and they see beat you. But mom nak dafa loki bata mi dafa ne.
Nah, come on, bad bune. No, bro.
Bad mi dafa yagan
No.
Like, suñ demee si Fajara beach bi suba boy, boy VFC boy. You yuhu boy.
Yeah.
You yuhu be chenke boy.
You heave
boy. No. Like, crazy times, man.
I mean, look at you now. You've got your own platform. The first thing, I'm impressed how you're so organized. You have everything on plate, bro. It's paying off. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You've put
like
so much.
Coming,
you've put so much hard work into this, So it's only fair that today, what I am seeing, I am proud. I'm very, very proud.
I'm so honored seeing it, and like being part of the journey. Like, you will be part of the journey with me. It's like, it's a good motivation, and inspiring to people that are watching us right now. Like,
thank you.
There was a time like, come ñun slippers ak lañ amon ak bena dala. Da nga am sa bena dala every weekend bobu ngay
rahas.
Understand? Nga dem chill.
Absolutely.
Nga ñëwa dimanche nga rahas ko pour ngoon Sunday beach. Hanga mu la ni. So léegi da nga chama ma sol sa tubé léegi nga sol suma t-shirt.
Of course, bro.
Hanga. So it was lovely. Come Tambo music industry was like brotherhood. It was like a football team. Da ngeen de nekk benn team, hanga. Come even though da ngeen dem show, comme Big C dafa perform, mu ngi dugalante programme perform ba de dugalante.
Bro, that's how we used to do it.
Mbate da nga ne ultimately yo perform bala may perform. Mbate yo da nga nekk di perform man ma jëlal la sa CD yobul la ko DJ la ko,
absolutely.
So those days, like, loolu moo tax léegi Gambian music bi mu nekk lu mu nekk ni, because dafa am ñu fa nekkoon. People had to believe in it. Like, talking about GSC even, now if I look at GSC, look at Malam, what he is doing in the Gambian music industry, the best mixing and mastering guy. Like, Malam come mastering fee, he is one of the best. Top 3 mastering people. Album yu bari fi Malam moko de master. The suñ la waxee Malam fu mu ko starté, with that laptop. Da ngay fàttali Fruity Loops bi. That FL studio boobu noonu. Di defar beats yanga. So it's like comme dafa nekk lu nga xamantene ni comme dream la. If you believe in the dream,
it will come true.
It will come true.
If you never quit, it will catch up on you at some point.
Yeah, man. Like you said too, like, like you had to change vibe and you had to change environment. And I'm so proud of you on the other side, like changing to the Fulani vibe. It brings a wider, like audience for you.
Like,
of course. Gis nga after years a song bi ak Zaga. Zaga la tudd.
Zaga boy. Mom la Zaga.
No, like inga punchline boobu noonu soo ko continuer on tuuti rek. Dang doon lock up. Come ñoom iPhone sa waxuñ tane.
I'm bringing more of that. And the thing is, first of all, before we go, I want to say a big shout out to Big Arms, Genius Sam, Mickey Boy, Manding Mori. These people were my brothers, and are still my brothers. Like, we don't see each other like we used to, and we have all traveled different places, have different goals and doing different things. But trust me, like, this just brings back memories for me, Heartbreaker, and Black Acoustic,
Mikael, wow.
He's in Sweden, your MC by, Lena. These were the family, man. We used to do everything together.
Dr. P,
Yeah, I remember it was in Pipeline, when I started coming Pipeline, DJ Blazer Saitam Nunus Fofula started like Tase ST, and then he was so desperate to record an album at the time, So, and then we used to go to Blazers, and I don't think he will still remember this, but we used to go to Blazers, and from there he will walk and say he was going to SYBOY, but unfortunately he's recording with SYBOY didn't go through, because I remember every time that I am appointment being but it didn't work, you understand? And then SYBOY will often kind of say the same things. For some reason they didn't end up recording that. But for whatever reason, these are the times where we were all struggling to make the same thing happen. And having to reflect back and then think about all these people, what they've contributed in my life. I want to say thank you to all of them. Every one of them has increased or given me something that today I'm benefiting from.
But Father I say big Mo boy.
Yeah, Big Mo. Hey, my brother. Yeah, Dr. P, one clean heart brother is right there. Yeah.
But shout outs to you, Big C, EBRIMA in the building.
Thank you.
Yeah, until next time, so you want to vibe.
Inshallah.
You want to go on halal, then you want to say come halal. Say, wow,
I promise you. I promise you. It's not much. Let me. The secret is be honest to yourself.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
Yeah, man.
And that's that slogan I believed in it. Being yourself.
Yeah, man.
Be honest to yourself.
Yeah, man.
Because the problems that we do, the mistake we all do, is wanting more than we can afford.
Yeah, man.
And when I say this, I'm talking about in general. You understand? You want to be somebody that you can't afford to be right now. And sometimes you often you leave, you have a path and you skip the path. Like if you're walking on a step, you want to skip the steps. It doesn't work like that, bro. You have to take one step at a time to get to where you need to go. You cannot cheat the system. You cannot cheat the journey. If you're on a journey and it required you to learn. If you're on a journey, it required you to pay attention. If you need some inspiration, sometimes take time to gain that inspiration. So what we do is like we are all over the place, and sometimes you have a bit of this, a bit of this, a bit of that. It never completes a one thing. So, but if you complete one, definitely come college or school or university, you have to go through every module. Module 1 you have to go through it. You cannot have a bit of module 1, bit of module 2, bit of module 4, and then expect to do your dissertation and complete. It doesn't work like that. You have to. We are not patient enough, and that's one of the problems.
Patient that much, but the patience I can see it from you guys, man. Like all the people that I've been working with since our childhood, that were young, coming up in the music scene. I've seen a lot of improvement and a lot of success.
Thank you.
Still, working for them. Now they those are the people now running the business. I can say they are the forefront. Danga come establish if he can establish for all of us are making applause. Even you in UK, but they create for it's still connecting us.
Of course, coming here.
But at the end of the day, it's you still working for the Gambian music industry.
Of course,
and still you put in that your energy, your love, the passion, your money, everything on it.
Imagine going deep
into a lot, man.
Yeah, imagine going deep into this management now, even having to work with other artists, doing all this, giving. It's crazy, but this has always been an industry, an avenue that I wanted to be.
Yeah,
you understand. But now having the taste of it, it's like accomplishing something that you've always dreamed of, and I'm proud of it.
Yeah, thank you so much, bro.
Thank you for having me.
We really appreciate, the knowledge that you put on the
it's my pleasure. I'm just sharing my 1, 2, 3 cents. The smart people are you guys. You are the smart one.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much. Yo, my brother.